Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Designated the Radio Play. Give yourselves a round of applause. Come on, you guys can do better than that. Give yourselves a round of applause. We have an absolutely great evening for you guys tonight. My name is Brian. I'm kind of the moderator. I want to thank you guys for also sitting just spread out enough that I can turn the entire show. Also, thank you guys. Much appreciated. Yeah, we have a great evening for you guys tonight. We have some videos for you. We're going to do, obviously the radio play. Are you guys excited to be here? Yeah! All right, I'm going to bring up Brandon here from Troma, who has some videos for us to show. You guys ready? Give a nice hand for Brandon.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming out today. I thank Mark and Lee for having us, having Troma here, and also thank Jenny on the end for arranging all this. I'm here for Troma and also promoting my new movie, Bring On the Damned Volume 1, coming in 2024. It's a movie that some people are calling the greatest horror anthology ever made.
Very well might be.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's only me saying that, but I think history's going to vindicate me. So yeah, I've got some trailers for you today, and we'd also tell you, I tell you about Troma Now. That's Troma's app, where we have literally millions of movies on it. I say literally millions. I haven't counted it, but I'm trusting that you will actually count on me. There's a bunch of time there, though. But go check out Troma Now, and we have some trailers for upcoming movies that we'd like to show you. In a video from Lloyd. Sorry, Lloyd couldn't make it today, but he did bring a prepared video for us. And then we'll also have some trailers for our upcoming movies. So many great movies coming from Troma, the greatest being Bring On the Damned. And also hashtag Shakespeare Shitstorm, which is a Troma's latest Shakespeare adaptation of The Tempest, written by me. So clap really loud when you see the trailers Bring On the Damned and hashtag Shakespeare Shitstorm. Clap for all of them, but especially the ones that I'm usually hurt my feelings. None of the other people are here today. If we are ready, we'd like to show a little bit of that message from Lloyd, and then we'll roll into the trailers.
Greetings from Tromaville. I'm Lloyd Kaufman, and I'm coming to you live via satellite from the world-famous Troma building. But I felt that your event
Mark Torres's comic book, Designated,
was much too important to ignore. Yes, without people like
Lee Kalinsky,
the world would just be full of corporate bullhunky and conspiracy of elites on a daily basis. That is why Troma Entertainment is always there to lend its full support, especially when there's an event like
Mark Torres's comic book, Designated.
And you want to know why?
Mark Torres's comic book, Designated.
Favorite event of all time? It's because
Mark Torres's comic book, Designated,
exemplifies all that's good about
New York Comic-Con.
I also regret that I am unable to visit the great city of
New York,
because this great city of
New York,
is my personal second home. I could also go on and on about how great
New York Comic-Con.
it truly is, but I wouldn't want to bore you, and you know all about it. So in closing, let me apologize yet once again for not being able to personally attend this incredibly wonderful event called
Mark Torres's comic book, Designated.
And of course, I'd like to apologize for not being able to come and visit the greatest city in the world.
New York.
Cut. You're making me look good, right? You know, I'm a filmmaker, right? So I gotta look good, right?
Absolutely.
One thing is, I don't want to look like a fool. I mustn't look like, right?
Oh, no.
Hey, do we get the wheel? Did you get
OMG, Solomon is like so handsome. I wish you would ask me to the Harriet Tubman ball this weekend.
Well, I don't see why he wouldn't. You're like the most popular girl at Tromaville High. I've tried everything to get Kyle to notice me.
So what do we do now?
Well, we've already showered together and compared breast sizes. What else do men assume we do at sleepovers?
Sounds like you young ladies could use some Troma Now.
Lloyd Kaufman! romantic adventure. He's so young and handsome.
Yes, Troma Now is here to introduce you to the only truly independent streaming platform with 50 years of Troma movies, about 1,000 movies, plus every month new movies by the James Gunns and Eli Roths of the future. Here, take a look. I'll be right back after my Tro microdose.
Jumping on a pogo stick. All this for only $4.99 a month?
With the first month absolutely free. It's too good to be true.
That's right, ladies. You can get all of Troma Down and download on your favorite device.
Thanks, Uncle Lloydie. We love you. And you're so good looking.
Our revels now are ended, and these, our actors, as I foretold you, are spirits and are melted into air, into thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped mountains, the solemn temples, the glorious palaces, the great globe itself, yea, all which it inherits shall dissolve.
Those scat-covered snowflakes are caught in the store!
I found a cure for opioid addiction. What I didn't realize is that the opioid addiction is a $50 billion industry, enriching the elites. There I was, my life's work stolen from me, betrayed by my own sister, shunned from society. All these years I've been planning my revenge against Avon Bard and all the world. I had Ariel infiltrate their boat and using gallons of whale laxative, lured them to their doom.
How beauteous mankind is, oh brave new world that has such people in.
Tis I who's beckoning. Time's up and welcome to your final reckoning. We are such stuff as dreams are made of, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. Woo!
Oh, Beth, would you eat me?
My name is Beth Connor, and for the past 17 years, my life has gone straight to video.
On-demand streaming channels will pay a handsome 7 figures for an, gee whiz, a school shooting.
This school is enabling school massacres by allowing students to choose between either killing their friends or killing themselves.
Planning on inviting Miss Campbell to the all-you-can-eat massacre contest?
You know, if you don't have a boner for Miss Campbell, you could always attend to mine.
For lack of a better term, problematic.
Z Kyle.
What is this bullshit?
Well, that's one way to deal with unruly students dressed as former presidents.
Together, we could rid the world of this toxic, self-appointed patriarchy that served nothing to womankind but pain and grief.
And what is more poetic and American than a high school massacre?
In these woods was a monster.
Can't shut down hunting today, Mr. Warden. Yeah, it's doe day. It's the one day of the year we get to hunt the lady deer.
Pot man, pot deer.
There ain't no were deer. There ain't no windy dagos, and there ain't no monsters.
Beware the woods!
Now you have fun this weekend on your bachelor party hunting trip, but you best come back to me in one piece.
And if I don't, will you still marry me?
If you are bitten, you too will become a monster.
You all right, buddy?
You're doomed!
Got me hornier than a 10-point buck.
Your obsession with killing is driving you all mad.
Your story doesn't make any goddamn sense. Nobody saw or heard nothing. You think I'm a homo or something?
I think you might be gay.
Best friend.
Are we ready to get out there and murder all them furry, fluffy creatures from God? Not to eat, but for the sport. Now let's kill some deer!
Best friends!
Oh my, sounds like they're having fun over there.
Dolly Deadly was the new girl. Most new girls are a little intimidated at first. They keep their mouths shut. The young girls loved her, but not us older girls. We hated her!
And now I am back for my revenge.
Archie, kill them all.
Pollution level rising. Danger, don't breathe. If pollution grows, children won't.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Torres's Designated.
Hello everyone, thank you all for coming, it really means a lot. Thank you Troma for presenting it, thank you Troma Entertainment for helping us put this all together, but I want to make a special thank you. Well, first of all, I am Mark Torres. I am here designated comic book I made, but I want to make a special shout out to the young lady down there, Julie Kalinsky. She was responsible for making this happen. She planted the seed to get us here at New York Comic Con, so thank you, Julie. So what you're going to be seeing is a comic book I wrote 30 years ago. The comic book pages you're going to see on the screen are drawn about 20 years ago. The inks is done by Peter Palmiati, that's Jimmy's brother, and it's about two warring alien races fighting over a newly discovered power source and a war flying south planet Earth. This comic book was adapted by filmmaker Lee Clancy, who's over there in the sound area. That's Lee over there. And if you guys like what you hear, please, you can go on that QR code. The book is on sale right now. The first issue is, if we get enough sales, we can have a second issue and you can be back here for issue number 2. So we greatly appreciate it. I will be narrating the story, and we have L-Man Jenny Feldy as Natasha right there. We have Jerry Glennon as the aliens Futak and Rothan. That's Jerry. We have Patrick Devaney, an actor, playing Chris and the alien King Tesson. We have our moderator and host, Brian McKenna, as the alien King Brigand and the alien Bruno. We have podcaster and writer Rafael Deveras, all the way down at the end. He is going to be playing Persipicus. Mr. Brandon Basson is going to be playing the father. Podcaster Julie Kalinsky, as I mentioned, brought this all together. She's going to be playing Dr. Rain and the reporter. And last but certainly not least, all the way down there is Mr. Riley Kalinsky as Ed. Are we ready? Yes. Here we go. Designated, issue 1, getting involved. Establishing chapter. We visit the planet Alpha 7 in the Duras system. 2 moons orbit around the planet, along with the green sun. From space, it seems like a serene body of light, but a raging battle between the peaceful Forlons and the warlike Gronians are on our reports. The planet, you can see an old alien castle. From the looks of it, the surrounding area has just seen a great battle. Lots of destroyed ships, tanks, and smoldering ash cover the area. The castle itself is worn, but has no battle damage. Inside the throne room, King Tesson is standing on a throne room balcony, surveying the damage. Although he may not look his age, the king is over 400 years old. The grand entrance doors open to the room as Futak, the king advisor, rushes in.
Your Majesty, I have just received information that the Duronians are planning another attack.
Calm yourself, Futak.
We will repel this attack just as we've done with all the others.
But the reports say the attack will have full force of their entire army.
Can we withstand such an attack?
There's more. King Brigand himself will be heading the attack.
That's insane. Why would he?
The king walks past Futak towards the grand doors.
Sire.
Summon the designated. Have them meet me in the power chamber.
The king leaves Futak standing in his throne room by himself.
I fear the worst.
A few minutes later, inside the power chamber, which has 3 floors, a different color light on each floor, a transfer chamber, and a power core, 4 lone scientists, the king, and well-armed elite soldiers gather around a highlighted chamber with 3 tubes in it. 5 soldiers stand at attention behind the king and the head scientist. Futak is there too.
As you requested, sire, we've prepared to remove the star fragments from the power core. But I must implore you to...
Remove it!
But sire, removing our newest and best power source at a time like this is...
Silence! These fragments are not just a new power source. They are, in fact, much more.
Yes, but we have just only begun our research. Taking away such a find is...
Remove the fragments.
The head scientist presses some buttons on a nearby panel. Then the tube starts to descend into the ground. There's some smoke surrounding the center tube, and when it clears, we see a metal staff that holds the 5 star fragments in place. They're about the size of the diamond you would see on an expensive engagement ring. The king, who is visibly upset, turns towards the head scientist.
Where is the 6th piece?
Cutting to a room full of brutish groaning and standing over dead fallen scientists. A transport portal is behind him in the research room. There is one remaining scientist, and he gives King Brigand of the Duronians the 6th piece. The king has an overpowering presence. The king nods to one of his men, who then kills the last 4 lone scientists. Moving on, we cut to the back to the power chamber, and King Tesson turns towards the 5 members near him.
You, my designated, are entrusted with the safekeeping of these star fragments. I fear that King Brigand has learned about our recent discovery and will stop at nothing to acquire it.
The leader of the designated steps forward.
Sire, we have yet to fail you, but even we can't withstand the full force of the Duronian army.
Your mission will take you far away from the line of battle. I want you to take these fragments and hide them, so even I will not know their location.
Just then the doors of the top floor blast open to the chamber door. The Duronians enter the chamber and King Brigand leads them. In his hand is a 6th fragment glowing brightly.
Destroy the generators, kill them all, and bring me those fragments.
On the main floor, everyone is running everywhere.
They must have found a way to penetrate our shields.
The designated take the fragments from the metal staff.
You have your orders. Protect the fragments at all costs.
To the Halai!
King Brigand starts to make his way to the main floor. The designated starts to leave the chamber. Some Duronians are destroying the generator's computer.
Their defenses have fallen. Let the slaughter begin.
Portals are opening all over the entire chamber, letting in more Duronians. At the same time, reinforcements for King Tesson arrive. There's lots of fighting and killing. The designated are leading to an unoccupied corridor. King Brigand sees them leave the chamber. Cutting then, a few months later. Inside a bedroom apartment, Natasha, blonde, mid-20s, physically fit, is in the middle of getting dressed for work. She's in a rush because she's late. The clock reads 3:47. Her open purse is laying on her bed where her name tag rests on top of it. Natasha pulls up her pants with one hand and pulls down her turtleneck sweater with the other. She is a hot mess.
Damn it! I can't believe I'm late again.
Now dressed, she grabs her name tag, which reads Natasha, from her bed, as well as her bag, which she grabs from the bottom. All her stuff pulled out the bag.
I can't get a break. Something always slows me down. Curse, I know it. Can I get to work on time for once in my life?
Moving on to a busy street. There's lots of cars and people going around their business. The only building you can see clearly is the Ed Hill Hospital Center of Health, which takes up the whole block. Natasha is in her convertible, rushing to make the green light. She's wearing her sunglasses. There are 3 lanes on each side of the street. Natasha is in the middle lane. The crowded bus on the same road is in the far right lane close to the intersection. Going to cross street one way, it's a one-way road, but people in cars have made it 2 lanes. A red minivan is approaching. The intersection coming towards the news crew. A reporter is standing right in front of the hospital, but the camera guy is shooting her at an angle so that she can see just a bit of the intersection. They are doing a live shoot.
In a few hours, Dr. Crucifixus, the newest neurosurgeon to emerge in this field, will perform a new technique to remove the brain tumor in Chris Hughes, a 12-year-old boy who may not see his 13th birthday if the tumor is not removed.
In a few hours, oh wait, that's her. Sorry. Inside the minivan, we see Ed, Adam, and her parents. Ed and Adam are back. Ed is looking out the window, which is closed. They're all dressed as going to a semi-formal affair.
Hang on, kids, we're almost there. The gallery's around the next corner. I can't wait for us to get up close to that red diamond. Everyone who's seen it up close says it almost pulses like a heart.
Look! Just then, the sky turns black. Everyone in the area looks toward the sky, except for Natasha, who sees the light turn yellow and guns it to make the light. In the middle of the intersection, a portal opens up. You can almost see the light from the portal in the now blackened skies. Natasha veers to the left to avoid the portal, nearly hitting the bus. She then veers to the right to avoid the bus and goes onto oncoming traffic. The bus, nearly hitting Natasha, avoids all cars, waiting at the red light, but plows into the people, walking by the fountain, people waiting for the bus. People in the beginning see Natasha a little too late, and they hit her head on. Ah! Quite some time later, Natasha lays in a hospital bed. She is moving her head violently.
No! Look out!
Natasha wakes up to see Dr. Pacificus standing above her.
Relax. We thought we had lost you. You're fine now.
Natasha, in her hospital gown and wrapped in bandages, has tubes sticking inside her body. Her leg and arm are broken. Her head is all bandaged up, but you can still see her face.
What happened? Where am
You were involved in a massive collision outside the hospital. I am Dr. Pacificus. I have been taking care of you.
You mean an accident? All I remember is this light. I tried to avoid it.
But don't worry about that right now. Just be grateful you survived. There were a lot of people involved who didn't.
How many died?
Just consider yourself one of the chosen few.
Leaving Natasha with Dr. Pacificus exits. Natasha sees Ed, the little boy from the minivan. He waves and walks away. Natasha thinks she's dreaming and goes back to bed. Sometime later at night, Natasha is fully healed and finally dressed. She is walking down a dimly lit, deserted hospital corridor.
Hello? Where is everybody?
She tries all the doors, all locked. We hear the voice of Ed.
This way, over here.
Hello? Who said that?
One door opens.
In here.
Natasha enters to see Ed and an unfamiliar Chris standing and waiting for Natasha to enter.
You! I'm so sorry I killed you. Please stop haunting me.
You're silly. I'm not haunting you. I just wanted to see you. And here you are.
Huh?
Chris walks up to Natasha.
Look, I really can't explain myself, so don't ask me to. When you wake up, come to the cancer ward. Room 530.
Thank God.
Yes. Wake.
Natasha wakes up to find that she is still in her hospital gown and she is lying on the couch in Dr. Rain's office. She only has a small scar below her hairline. Doctor is sitting on a stool next to her.
What did you learn?
Nothing, I have to admit. Once you went under hypnosis, you didn't respond to any of my questions. It's possible that you're having stress-related issues surrounding the accident. Since you didn't have any problem sleeping, I think you'll be fine. I'll drop the release papers in the morning.
Does the hospital have a cancer ward?
Yes, it's on the 5th floor. Why do you ask?
No reason, just curious.
Shifting gears to go to a Dromonian battle cruiser orbiting the Earth. A smaller ship is docking with her. Inside the cruiser we have 5 Dromonians. Each one is at a post on the ship's bridge. Bruna, the second in command, is in charge of the bridge.
Rofin has returned. Raise shields and re-engage the cloaking device.
Rofin enters the bridge. Bruna greets him.
Report.
After 3 cycles, I have confirmed the location of the star fragments.
We've had these confirmations before. I don't want to contact King Brigand with another false report.
Rofon puts his arm around Brunam and shows him the sixth dragon, which is glowing brightly, but not as brightly as it was in the powder chamber.
Trust me, Captain. This gem has never glowed brighter. But if you are afraid, I will retrieve the other fragments myself.
How quickly you forget King Brigand wants that pleasure all to himself, and would surely kill you right here where you stand for even speaking such treason.
Why does our mighty king have to come way out here? Perhaps the rumors aren't true.
If the rumors were true and these fragments were so powerful,
Brunam grabs Rofon's hand with the gem in it.
Then where is your power?
Back at the hospital, Natasha, dressed, sneaks into the hospital elevator. It's just as dim as it was in her dream, and no one is around. There's a clock on the wall that reads 2:55 a.m.
I'm not really sure why I decided to sneak up to the 5th floor in the middle of the night.
Natasha enters the elevator. The doors close as the night shift nurse returns to a desk with a cup of coffee. Natasha presses the button to the 5th floor. The doors open, and Natasha is surprised to see Chris.
Jeez, you scared me half to death.
I'm sorry about that, Natasha.
Natasha exits the elevator and walks with Chris down the hall.
How do you know me?
I was on the way to see you. I didn't think you were going to show up. Come on, let's talk in my room. The order will be back in a second.
Who are you? And
Chris and Natasha enter the room. She sits in the bed, and Chris closes the door.
My name is Chris Hughes. I had a cancerous tumor in my brain. I was brought here for an experimental procedure. The day of my operation 3 months ago, there was this huge accident outside the hospital. The survivors were brought here. I know Dr. Pacificus worked on your head to save your life. After the incident, I started to see this little Chinese boy wherever I went. First in my dreams, then in this room. And he told me that he wanted us to meet.
oh my god, you seen it too? At first I thought it was crazy seeing him all over the place, but no one else did. But then the other day during physical therapy, he actually spoke to me. And that's when I knew he was a ghost. But then I had this crazy dream where you told me to come here.
I had the same dream. Well, it felt like a dream.
Okay, well, we met. Now what?
I'm not really sure. He told me that you would know what to do.
Natasha gets up and throws her hands up in the air.
Great. That's just great. So you're telling me that some ghost wanted us to meet for some reason?
I don't think he's a ghost.
Then what is he?
Just then, there is an explosion across the street. A body comes crashing through the window. Still crashing. Still coming to crashing. Crashing. We crashing? We're not crashing? There we go. The window comes crashing through the floor. It's not crashing through a very open window. There we go. And it lands on the bed where Natasha was just sitting, crushing the bed. Natasha and Chris are thrown to the floor. They look at the now destroyed bed. The body turns out to be a burnt to a crisp Jerome.
What the hell is that?
That looks like a body. It's a good thing you moved when you did.
Yeah, lucky me.
Not too much later, Natasha enters the floor of her apartment for the first time in months. Carrying her mail, she sees a notice on the door. It reads, "Dear Miss Ash, we have been trying to contact you regarding your past due rent. Please contact us as soon as possible. Management." Natasha opens the door and walks into the apartment. Inside the apartment, Natasha turns on the TV. Notices the TV from the 90s. The same recorder from the accident is on.
Live from the Acosta Gallery, where a violent explosion last night took the life of the security guard. Police have yet to find the mysterious red diamond, which has been on display for 3 months. Foul play is not being ruled out. An interesting side note, this reporter was nearly killed not too far away from the explosion where one of the city's deadliest multi-car crashes in history happened. Many locals are starting to call the area cursed. Join me for a special report on this tonight at 6. Back to you, Jim.
Natasha starts to go through her mail, but is interrupted by a bright light coming from her bedroom. She slowly approaches the half-open door.
If there's a ghost in there, please don't kill me.
She pops in her head in the bedroom.
Well, it's not a ghost.
Natasha sees King Brigand with the 6th fragment in his hand, pointing brightly, more brighter than ever before, pointing right at Natasha. He is smiling.
Lucky me.
And that is the first issue.
Sweet.
Hope you all enjoyed it. Brian McKenna, Riley Gillespie, and Brandon Basson, and of course, Bruce Muncie over there. Take it away, Brian.
All right. Does anybody have any questions that you guys want to ask us, Mark, or the cast?
Ask us anything.
Yes, please stand up. Microphones are over there.
Hello. Very big fan of Troma and everyone's work. As a filmmaker myself, I went to Brooklyn, PhD, dropped out, NYU Film School. I made 2 short films. Is there any way I could work with Troma one day?
I mean, you're dreaming big there, kid. I would say you should have finished film school. To work at Troma, you need at least 4 years of film school and to at least $200,000 worth of debt. I'm sorry to shatter your dreams.
Does anyone else have a better answer up there? Thank you.
Keep making your films.
No matter what, Nathan.
Don't give up.
Absolutely keep
Keep making your films.
Anybody else have any questions? No?
Feel free to call me to the mic.
Yeah, put your shoes on first.
Glad you were comfortable during the film.
No, I'm okay with it. New York City, I'm surprised you had shoes to begin with.
Hi, I really enjoyed the comic. I wondered, why did you hang on to it for so long? Have you been trying to release it this whole time? Like, what's the story with the timeline?
How much time do we have? Again, my question. So basically, I came up with the idea because I wanted to get into the comic book industry. And at the time, I went to the New York Academy of Comic Book Arts and Fantasy Illustration in Manhattan. And they said, if you want to get into comic book, this is 30 years ago, they said you have to have something that you're willing to give up to make something to get your foot into the door to get yourself published. And they also said it would cost about $2,000 in 1922. I'm like, that seems plausible to do. So I went, tried, I wrote the story, and at the time it wasn't something that I wanted to hold on to, it was just something to get my foot in the door. If you remember, the 90s was all extreme, everything was all crazy, so I decided to go the opposite, which ironically 30 years now is the main thing for Loki. Then a friend of mine from high school, his younger brother said, I'll draw it for you, and he drew it. Took about a year to do. So now we're a little bit later, and then trying to find an anchor. It takes a little bit longer. And then there's a lot of steps you try to get to make it happen. And there was a lot of missteps that kept on coming, and I got close, and I wasn't able to. And I got closer, and I wasn't able to. And finally, this year, I finally got it published, and I'm at New York Comic Con. I'm really excited.
We have another question, right? Yep.
Yeah. So I'm a toxic event again. I've even seen.
You got Toxic right here.
Yeah. Toxic. Even seen musicals, and I was wondering, are there any plans to make more Troma musicals?
Well, Bring on the Damned is technically classified as a musical, so there's that. Lloyd loves musicals, and hashtag Shakespeare Shitstorm also is a musical. So there is a music element in most of the things that Lloyd has any pull in, yes.
Okay, cool.
You have your own soundtrack for everything,
Slashing has a soundtrack. If you Google it, you'll find it on Bandcamp, but we will have official soundtracks for Bring on the Damned on vinyl and everything. It's a very jam-packed soundtrack.
Hi, I saw a lot of Troma movies in the past, back when DVDs were a thing.
There's still a thing. There's still a thing. Got a whole closet full of them at the Troma office.
Now, with the stuff that we just saw, are those exclusive to this new app, the streaming service?
No, there will be physical media releases for all of them. Troma's not letting that go away. That's still to our fan base. All those will be on social media, within Shakespeare Shitstorm soonish, because that one has been released for a while. They've recorded all of the special features for that. The other ones are still doing their theatrical runs now, so it might be a year or so before you see those. They will all come to Blu-ray and probably DVD too, but definitely Blu-ray.
Okay, if I could just get a little more clarification. Are you partnered with any other streaming services other than the private?
No, Troma now is our app. We prefer to use that first month free. But a lot of our films are on other apps too. Currently on Tubi, you can find 3 of my films. Feartown USA, Slashing the Final Beginning, which also comes to Blu-ray next month. But then on some of the other streaming services, I believe, I don't know which one, they rotate from places, but I believe some of it, I believe Talk to Me might be in Peacock currently, and we go in and out of Amazon Prime based on everybody's fighting with it then.
And last piece, if we want to see these live in theaters, where do we go?
Follow Troma on Instagram, and they will post. Like Eating Miss Campbell is currently making the rounds around the country. Just played LA. I think it might have played Portland this weekend. But they are constantly touring around the country. You just got to pay attention and look where they're coming, where they're airing. And also, Film Noir in Brooklyn is like our home base for showing first screenings too.
Is there like a website? I hate Instagram.
X is not Twitter anymore. X is on there, and Facebook. If you follow Troma, and also if you go to Troma, there's Troma's website, Troma Now. That's Troma's website. There is a newsletter you can subscribe to. Let's email you whenever new stuff comes out.
Thank you.
No problem.
And Brendan, how long have you actually been making films with Troma? And how did it actually start?
I started making my first film in 2013. It was finished in 2004. Actually, my first 2 were done in 2014. In 2015, we got called to Troma. They distributed my first 2 films. And I just hit it off when Lloyd asked me to write Shakespeare Shitstorm. It's the sequel to, the unofficial sequel to Romeo and Juliet, James Lynn's first movie. And then they helped co-produce my 3rd film, Final Beginning, and fully produced the new one. But yeah, it's John Brennan, who's the musical director for Joe Bob's Drive-In. He found me, he brought me to Troma. Lloyd liked me enough to work with me, and since then we've just been a very, very good partnership.
Now, Mark, I have a question for you. What made you decide to kind of turn this into a radio play?
So that was how much time do we have once again? I was at a convention in Long Island, and I was just talking to Mr. Lee Kalinsky about the book, and we were trying to sell more books. And we were thinking about out-of-the-pocket ways to have an idea on how to make this happen. And he suggested we do a radio play. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. And he said, let's try. Let's see if we can make it happen. And so we got some actors together. We got the script. He adapted the script, which is really weird. Now I'm more used to seeing this script in my own script. So one of the pages in the comic wasn't in the presentation because of timing and actors and how many people we had. We realized we had 27 different speaking lines. We cannot have 27 people on a panel. So we performed it at MCon, which is a Long Island convention at a library. It's a free convention out there. You should go check it out. That's www.eastno.info. And we performed it there. And it went well. And as I mentioned earlier, young Jimmy Kalinsky said, "Hey, everybody, come in again." And I was like, "Oh, it's going to be a whole big thing." "Oh, you never know unless you try it, because then you're going to regret it." I'm like, she's right. If I didn't try it, I would have regretted it. And I cannot thank her enough. I just want to give her a round of applause.
What a great impression. Now, this is a teaser, right, for the rest of the series, or is it?
Well, this is the first issue of 5. When 30 years ago, I wrote the whole story. All 110 pages have been written. They're all in pencil. Peter Palmiati is still inking pages as we speak right now. Obviously, he has a stack of pages that he had when he started, so he had 110 pages. Here you go, start inking. The priority was issue number 1. But over the years, he just pulls a page here, pulls a page there. He's in no type of order. So some pages of issue 5 are already inked, some pages of issue 4. I'm like, Pete, you got to work in order, so that way, when we're ready to go and get a letter, we can go on to the next issue. So it all depends on how well this book sells. Please buy this book and we can get issue 2 back on crowdfunder and have it sold for more.
Yeah. Just to sum that up, please buy the book. In case anyone is really questioning that. Also, we have a lot of great actors who are actually here up on the panel today. Patrick is one of them. Patrick, can you give us kind of an idea of why you wanted to join the cast? Kind of go into that a little bit.
Yeah, sure. I had worked with Lee on a ill-fated project called Space Sharks, and it was the highest budget thing I'd ever worked on, and it was really, really cool. We wrote the script together, and unfortunately that project kind of collapsed. There may be a documentary about the highs and lows of making the film, and that may be the subject of it. So that may be coming out next year. But I worked with him on that, and he told me about this. I'm like, wait, you're doing this as a radio play? Like an old school radio play? Like my mom would go to the radio station and listen to that and see all the effects and things? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I'm absolutely in. And then I met all of these guys, and the rest is history. But yeah, I've been with the project since the start of the first virtual performance of first reading. And I love it. And no one else is doing this, taking a comic book and turning it into a radio play. And I think it's fantastic. I'm glad that all you guys are here to see that, because it's not something that a lot of people do, really anybody. So yeah, very cool.
Awesome. Yeah, and you have a new short film coming out, right? I'm
in a film right now called Follower. It's written and directed by Scott Perry, who did the Infero series, if you guys are familiar with that. And I play a police detective who's interrogating the sole survivor of a death cult and trying to figure out what's going on. And across the interrogation table from me is Miss Heather Drew, who's a phenomenal actress. And it's just the two of us going at each other for like 15 minutes, and it's just amazing. We shot the thing in maybe 2 takes. It looks like multiple cuts, but it was really 2 takes. We actually performed it live. We just like started going at each other. And it played at sorry for my keys. It just played 3 hours ago at Kevin Smith's film festival, Smart Castle. So it was, that's extremely cool. Yeah, it's won Best Thriller like 5 times. It's just phenomenal. But it was playing there, and there was no way I could get to Romantic Heights to be there and hang out with Kevin Smith and do that and come here. And they're like, "What are you going to do?" I said, "Well, I can do another film festival." I said, "How many people do you know get to perform live at Comic-Con?" So I'm like, "No, I'm definitely, absolutely doing this one." So the rest of the trip cast is down there, and I'm here with you guys, and I'm very happy that I am.
You also live on the sit between New Jersey traffic, so that's always a fun. Okay, like I said, we have a bunch of people up here. Raphael, I know you've been associated with Mark for a bunch of years. How many years have you guys known each other? How did you guys meet? Give me a little bit of a rundown.
Oh, Mark's been doing it. He came from the radio for 8 years, so I
We
started
just
off.
celebrated our 20th year in February.
Exactly. You actually did the whole 20th year show.
Yeah, live on our YouTube page.
So we had started this thing called Bitnapple TV, and we ran into Mark. No, actually, it was before we even started Bitnapple TV. We were still hanging out with the old crew that we were working with, and we met Mark, and we got enamored with Mark because Mark is a personality. He's a character. He's a lot of fun. And when we started Bitnapple TV, Mark was the first one to be like, "You know what, Ralph? I'm going to send you here. I'm going to send you there. I'm going to send you there. You're going to cover all these cons and conventions, and you're going to be the video version of It Came From the Radio." And I'm like, "Hey, cool, that sounds good." So that's how I started working with Mark, and that's a way that Bitnapple TV has grown to what it is, and now we cover conventions, we cover creators. And another reason why I'm working with Mark is he's a creator, and he's done his book Designated, and I want to make sure that this book gets out there and people read it and check it out, because, dude, if you are going to help the industry, help the indie creators, because the indie creators will lead to what's happening next. If you wait for Marvel and DC, they're going to keep doing what they're doing because they want to make the same money. If you want things to change, if you want entertainment, if you want something, support indie creators.
I don't know, maybe I don't know what it feels this way. You have the most hypnotic voice I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm like sleepy, but also turned on, so I'm not sure if that's like... God, I'm listening to you read the phone book, jeez. How much time do we have? We have 5 minutes left? 4 minutes, all right. No need to get. All right. Yeah, what? I mean, we can just go down the line. You guys can tell us, your name, where you're going to be next, and then we can kind of wrap up and.
We have a raffle.
Oh my God, we have
That's
a
right.
raffle. All right. Yeah, well, it's been covered in my head for the last 10 minutes. So we do have a raffle. You guys should have gotten raffle tickets.
Does everybody have the raffle ticket? No. You were late.
You were late.
We have raffle tickets. Give her a hand on Sonali. She's a raffle ticket girl. Got your minutes, one master.
Raise your hand if you don't have a raffle ticket, and we'll get you a raffle ticket.
Julie, we have enough for them on there. Julie, we have enough for them.
We got more.
We got more. There you go. Come on, Nally. Run. Who else got it? Run.
Yeah, hand it out.
Go.
Go, Maddie, go.
Seat 2 in the front.
You skipped them out in the front. You asked the question.
Let's just make her run around the whole room. That'll be fun. Come on.
So what's the prize? Why don't you mention what the
Yes, the prize here is going to be a 9.8 comic book, whatever that means. It's 9.8. It's in a plastic case. It's whatever that means. So it's 9.8. It's better than 9.7. So I don't know. Maybe I have no idea. I don't know.
Anybody else?
Everybody have their raffle ticket now? Everybody have a Alright, we're good.
Everyone got a raffle ticket?
Everyone got a raffle ticket, right? Alright, good. Thank you.
I don't have the thing to pull the raffle.
Who's calling Julie? Why don't you raise it up, shake it up, show that you're not just pulling a number from the table, show it to everybody. The winner is
370955.
370955. I don't want to see it on eBay.
Here you go, sir.
Oh yeah, guys, please, we're gonna go down the line. You guys just say exactly, where you're gonna be next, maybe your social media, so if anyone wants to follow you guys and how to follow your journeys. Raphael, we'll start with you.
All right, as I said, I am Rick Ralph from Bitten Apple TV. Just look us up as Bitten Apple TV on all social media sites. We're on everything, and we will bring you all your geekness as much as we can and where we can. And if you want us to cover something, let us know, because we'll be there to cover it. Like I said, let's get creative, people.
I'm Riley Kalinsky, and you'll find me through my dad, Lee Kalinsky.
Hi, I'm Julie Kalinsky. You'll also find me through my dad. We have a podcast, Jay Braden and Lee too, and
Hi, I'm Jerry Lennon, and you'll find me on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. And I'm just very honored to be a part of this. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Lee. It's been an honor to be here tonight, and thank you all for coming, and we really appreciate all of you here tonight. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Elle Mann. I'm working on a lot of things, but the most important thing I'm working on right now is the Men's Success Network, only for men, by Elle Mann. So I urge you to join the Men's Success Network, upgrading the human form, only for men. Once again, that's all I have to say. Now you, Patrick.
You guys go to pdefending.com for anything that I've done. And if you guys go hitting the festival circuit, check out Follower if you see it in the listings. I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy it. And next year, look for a film called Dad's New Roommate, which is my latest one, and it's being edited right now, and it'll be out for festivals all over the country next year, hopefully by March. So Dad's New Roommate, look for that one, and thank you all for listening.
Again, you can find all my films and the films of these other great Troma filmmakers at Troma Now. And look in the next couple months for Blu-rays for #Shakespeare Shitstorm and Slashing Final Beginning. And next year, 2024, bring on the damn Volume 1. Thank you.
And you can find me every week. We have a weekly radio show. My co-host, Elman Jennifer, it's called It Came From Radio. Just Google It Came From Radio. We air a news episode every Sunday at 6 p.m. on WGBB, that's 12:40 a.m., Long Island's oldest radio station, simulcast on 95.3 FM. And we're also on 45 different podcast places, and we're also on like 3 other online radio stations. Just Google It Came From Radio to find us, and please buy my book. Oh, one last thing. For all you guys out there that they say follow your dreams and never give up, I'm a living example of that. So thank you very much.
My name is Brian McKenna. If you want to follow me, I'll be at the Starbucks after. Thank you guys.
Thank you.